God gives us these open doors, doesn't he, to really be able to, as you say, be ambassadors.
He really does. And I think some people are like, well, I don't really watch many of the shows that are out there, and that's probably a good thing. I don't watch this, but what we learned from my dad growing up, and we try to apply this in our own lives, was he would go, newspapers, those are the things, they had ink on them, and you could open them up and read them at home. Now it's just an app that you scroll through, but you could look on there, and he would research the movies that had come out. And he would see what people were saying about them. Did he go see them? Most of the time, no. But he was able to use them as a springboard to if someone brought up, hey, did you hear about this movie? He knew enough about it to say, oh, yeah, you mean this? And he would use it to build a bridge. So even if you are not someone who says, maybe you didn't see that he gets us commercials, go check him out real quick. And at least you have that touch point of what others might be talking about. And that happens whether it's news, political things. So many times we try to focus on the issue of the day in a way of, I'm going to get my opinion out there. My goodness, social media. It's all about getting my opinion out there.
It's winning. It's about winning, isn't it?
It really is. That's really true. And all of a sudden, what if it's about winning souls? What if it's about winning the truth debate, where it is not, that everyone likes to say, hey, the truth has to get out there. Or they side with love. Well, we have to love and not really kind of beat people over the head. Jesus was about truth and love. And we need to have a balanced approach to both. So speak the truth on social media, but do it in love and do it in a way that will connect with people, not just get people all angry with you.
Brad Hutchcraft joining us today here on the Meeting House on Faith Radio, co-host of the Go Mad, Make a Difference podcast, and also Executive Vice President of Ron Hutchcraft Ministries. This is NRB, National Religious Broadcasters 2024 in Nashville. Well, you were talking about the content. You and your brother, whose name is?
Doug.
So Brad and Doug and Brad co-host this Go Mad podcast. And like you say, you're talking about some of these issues of the day and providing some perspective so that people can use perhaps this subject matter that you and your brother share to inspire people to go out to make a difference and to be a good ambassador for Jesus Christ. So when we talk about going to make a difference, that's obviously something that is expressed in the way that we live our lives. So how can we, as you see it, be equipped to really be the people of God who are Christ ambassadors who really do make that difference?
I think one thing is the key, and I know it's the Christian cliche, but it has never been more true than in today's world, to be spending time with Jesus, to be in his word. If your only source of truth is hearing it from others, even the pastors that are out there, the best pastors, they're the ones saying, hey, make sure you're in the word daily. What I'm saying, test it. Make sure that it lines up. And if we are spending time with them, first of all, we have that truth in our hearts. And out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if we are filling our hearts with God's word, our mouth is going to speak that to others. Beyond that, it's really knowing how to use your story. We have as part of our ministry, a new small group series called Your Hope Story.
Yeah.
And it's on Right Now Media, and it's a great tool for just helping people know, how do I tell my hope story? And really, when you can let people know, this is who I was, this is the difference, this is the turning point for me, the difference Jesus made at one point in my life, and this is what he's done since. They can argue with a whole lot of things. They can argue with your political views. They can argue with your parenting views, your entertainment views, but they can't argue with your story because it is your story. And so when you learn, I can be an ambassador by looking for those opportunities. What about that parent that is going through a hard time because their child is making really bad choices? To be able to pour into them and say, I'm here with you. I want to just sit and listen to you. Not to be too quick to speak, but to listen to them and then be able to say, here's the difference Jesus has made in my family. Or maybe you're a parent who's had a wandering child, and all of a sudden you're able to see, I know what that's like. And here's the hope Jesus has brought me in that.